players are really getting into it, and today we're bringing you a great selection of games from matches that have been played this week. First is going to be Hammerheart versus Hotline. Hotline fresh off a great win in the same matchup over Box, being very strong against Kirby, and Hammerheart coming off a very close loss to Low, looking to redeem himself and pick up his first win. Ray, what do you think about this matchup?
Well, as we join the players here, they are going to be going into Game 3 of their set with Hammerheart taking a 2-0 lead over Hotline. I think that's not entirely surprising, just given Hammerheart is an entirely separate beast from someone like Box. Definitely a more well-tenured player who's got a lot more like big wins and stuff like that, and is just generally known as a very strong player. That being said, though, I think anything could happen. Hotline has got a good handle on this matchup for sure. And we'll see if he's able to make the adjustments necessary in order to take a game and maybe even turn the set around.
A Hotline has been an upset machine, but of course, Hammerheart, one of the best Kirbys, in my opinion, maybe the best Kirby in North America. And obviously, this is not a matchup that any Yoshi player wants to be playing, even if they are experienced at it, as Hotline is. Great tech away there, and he just finds the up tilt immediately.
Yeah, Hotline overreaching.
Oh, no jump.
Wow. A little bit, yeah. He double jumped into him on the platform there, trying to go for an extension on his tech chase.
No jump here either. Cool dash attack extension in that combo, but Hotline immediately turns it around. Both these guys just going back and forth with single hits, little combos. And Hammerheart in a dicey situation. Yeah, he picks up some damage with that down air, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Doesn't even manage to make it back. It looked like he had enough jumps too.
Hotline, good use of his escape options there during Hammerheart's invincibility, and he picks up a big punish too.
Yeah, 60%.
Oh, but that's his jump.
Nair out of shield. Yeah, he gets too aggressive. Hammerheart really holding off this offense that Hotline has been able to do against every other player, it seems like, so far in the bracket. He's been not working against Hammerheart.
He's been very successful at catching the double jump so far. That's been what has led to both of his stocks. We'll see if Hotline is able to escape the corner pressure right now. Just these nairs from Hammerheart, putting up a wall that he's having a really tough time getting past.
It's just another nair off the ground. And Hotline just can't get in. Hammerheart immediately going up 3 stocks to 1. This is so quick.
Oh, the forward air. Hammerheart with the DI, though, goes back to the side platform. Hotline also didn't get that scoop hitbox that he usually seems to look for there.
Yeah, he's been really fishing for fares this set, but haven't so much.
Oh, and again, the double jump.
I think that was his jump.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
Hammerheart takes a 3-0. A commanding performance there.
Yeah, just catching the jumps over and over again, really challenging Hotline's approach timing and forcing him to sort of mix it up in a way that he just wasn't able to. Just maybe being a little bit too predictable with when he wanted to come in. And Hammerheart is one of those players who's so heavy on the fundamentals and just perfectly able to recognize that sort of thing.
This is an absolute wall there. Really just seems like Hotline couldn't find a single opening. And we've seen just how much damage Hotline can do if you let him get in. But Hammerheart's defense really on another level.
Yeah, it really does speak to his qualities as a defensive player.
It's matches like this that, we'll start to see that separation as we get further and further into the bracket between the guys that, really have a chance of taking this whole round robin. People that are, going to get some nice wins but aren't quite competing at the top. Hotline still has a chance to be in that upper group, but this loss is going to push him down. Hammerheart moving up 5 spaces with picking up his first win there.
It is worth noting, though, that so far in this pool, Hammerheart does have a 2-3 loss against Low, so he doesn't have that clean record there. There is that one Game 5 loss for him.
Yeah, he may have to hope for some losses on the part of Low. He wants to hold on to first place. Low, of course, 1-for-1 in sets. But next up, we are going to see whether or not Low, Warren Wu, and hold on to that record as he goes up against Box. This game also coming out, starting with Low up 2-0. Another match between kind of one of these top East Coast contenders versus these plucky upstarts, Box and Hotline.
So Box does have the 3-1 win against Crovey. in this pool so far, but we did see him take a loss to Hotline pretty recently. So we'll see if he's able to claw back from that here and maybe make an answer against Low in this Game 3 situation.
I think this will be extremely difficult. Low, very, very skilled at this matchup. Very strong Pikachu, and I know he's been warming up a ton, but as I say that, Hawk starts the match off with a
he goes for the punch, does Low have the DI, he doesn't make it back. That is so difficult to DI just because of the very low amount of damage that those hitboxes do on the Kirby up B.
Fox with a fantastic punish. Often those punish games are how people can go about making these upsets. You know, if you can kill someone off a single hit, anything's possible.
Low just kind of swatting him out of the air right now with these reverse up airs. It ends up pushing him off the stage, and yeah, easy to complete that edge guard with the down tilt. Not any edge DI coming in from Box.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward timing, actually, to get DI, because he was already on stage.
Yeah, like above the ledge. He would have had to go really far down. Still holding on to a bit of a lead here, though. And this is that difficult percent for Pikachu where it's hard to really get anything started with a lot of his best spacing tools.
Low's using a lot of fairs, which is kind of unusual because it's really not at all disjointed. Whereas Kirby obviously kind of the master of these massive disjointed hitboxes.
Yeah, I think the forward can be difficult to contest at least, so I understand why he's throwing it out. It's one of Pikachu's like longer duration hitboxes. So maybe if he doesn't feel comfortable just with the timing that he needs to approach Box with, he might like to go in with those forward airs.
It can actually be quite annoying as the floaty if you get hit by the fair. And end up at a frame disadvantage in an awkward position.
Yeah, I think especially at 0%, he's probably looking for like forward air grab or that sort of thing. But Box making it even again with the forward throw kill on the side platform. And there's those forward airs from Low, yeah.
Yeah, Box manages to get away and turns it around, finds this down air, but can't quite get the tech chase. Ooh.
He just didn't arrive right on time, and the punish is so big from Low. He's in a compromised position now, and he accidentally does a neutral B off stage. Looking like maybe he was trying to up B and drift backwards and just mistimed it a little bit.
Yeah, that big turnaround just from Low finding the down air, and here he finds this grab. This could be a 0 to death.
Yeah, and you know Low knows that combo. Every Pikachu worth their salt has got that combo in the bank.
Yeah, so Box starting the game off with a nice shield break into this awesome double up B combo. But Low just turning it back around. Some really great edge guards. It seems like every single time Box was off stage, Low was able to get a kill. And we saw Low obviously defeat Hammerheart in the same matchup, so it's no surprise that he's able to do it against Box as well.
So I guess there were 2 cutter kills from Box in that game, but it still wasn't enough.
In the set. Yeah, so these highlights are from the whole set.
Oh, that was from the whole set, okay.
Yeah, so we see some adjustments here with Low, Warnwoo jumping right to the top.
Yeah.
So maybe can anyone take him down?
Undefeated so far.
Wins. Yep. Crovey moving up a spot.
Interesting.
Box, yeah, falling down a bit, but we still have quite a few people that have yet to play.
And speaking of Box, we are about to see him play again. This time it's going to be a set against Hammerheart, who we just saw taking down Hotline. This time we're going into things in Game 2 of the set, and Hammerheart is currently up 1-0.
Following the trend here, I feel like we're getting some real ordering of the players, and I would personally expect Hammerheart to take this. But Box does have a very unorthodox style in the floaty ditto. He likes to play on the top platform and actually pivot up tilt. It could be pretty hard to deal with. But I could see him stealing some games here. That's the experienced dude from Pennsylvania.
I'm interested to see how these players start the match off here, both taking to the skies, so it does look like we're going to be getting the Sky Kirby matchup, which you're kind of used to seeing in the Ditto. Some people might prefer to play like a grounded style just because it can lead to larger punishes, but generally the Kirby who is above is considered to have the advantage here, so that's going to be a key thing to look out for in this game is Box starting things off with a solid little lead and almost getting the edge guard.
I love that shield drop Nair into another Nair. And his up B finds Hammerheart to get him back safely on stage. tilt, though, is pretty awkward. It's good shield pressure, and he gets the shield poke, but it really just donates your opponent the top platform.
Exactly, yeah. He ended up just getting a little bit of damage and putting Hammerheart into a great position. Maybe it would have been better to do like a double forward smash on the shield there. Just take the risk and go for the frame trap. The reward would have just been much, much higher. Hammerheart just going for the forward throw there. Not doing any kind of push-off shenanigans as he lands at the corner of the platform there. Box just
3 for 3 on these recoveries.
Yeah.
Getting back with no issues.
It's kind of just swinging for the forward smashes on the ground right now, but you know, if Kirby like commits to jumping away as you forward smash, you're really not going to get punished for it. So I suppose I can see why it's worth just throwing out every now and then. You never know. It might hit.
Somehow finds a dare there. It's just like a single hit of the dare to take the stock, and Box goes up.
Taking the first stock here. Hammerheart quickly going to answer back though. 113 definitely enough to do it in the Kirby ditto.
Yeah,
and he's just standing center stage here. That's a really interesting thing. Is he's just standing middle of the stage under the top platform to escape invincibility.
He techs in place and manages to turn it around with his own up tilt combo.
Good DI from Box. They're not going too far that he ended up on the top platform. And the forward smash out of the dash away. Gonna put him in a solid position here. He's got way more jumps, and he just takes advantage of that to find the back air edge guard.
A great coverage there.
And Box is doing the same thing. He's going underneath the top plat during the invincibility. I wonder why that
unorthodox, is. But I guess it's sort of working out. They kind of run away to the other side to escape. Oh, Hammerheart really committing hard with that fastball dare. Doesn't end up getting punished or getting hit. And Box kind of gives Hammerheart the top platform there. I think he was looking to pin him under the side, but Hammerheart just jumps away.
Oh, and the trade is so much better for Hammerheart there, and he capitalizes so well with that almost unreactable runoff nair.
Yeah, instant runoff nair. Really smart from Hammerheart. They're both just hanging out, but Box gives up his top platform control at the last moment. He got a little baited.
Trying to make the most out of this lead right now and finish the stock. Just
Push
letting that up smash rip again. Ooh. Oh, that might have been a downer attempt from Hammerheart there, not really sure.
Yeah, and then Box misses Z cancel, so a bit of clubs from both
The
players.
forward air catches him, and the falling nair is going to put Hammerheart into the lead now. He basically didn't get touched in that stock.
Yeah, some newer Kirby's might be tempted to, go for a down air there. Oh, they're below me. Go for down air. Oh, but Box finds the up smash kill on top platform.
In a situation where the grab clearly would have been an easier option to go for, he does the up smash anyway. And it works out. Oh, and that time he DIs to the top platform. Yeah, not falling between the platforms like he did last time. So a bit of a regression there in Box's defense, and it almost led to him losing the game, but he is still holding on to it here as Hammerheart mixes him up with the tricky slow falls. That's something Hammerheart loves to do.
He could have up smashed for the kill.
And the weak nair is going to put Box into a bad position. That descending up B, getting caught by the nair, that's going to do it.
Hammerheart, absolute master of the nairs, taking so many stocks with him.
And it honestly was a pretty quick match there. So Hammerheart does take game 2, and he ended up winning the set over Box with a 3-0.
One of the fastest Kirby Ditto games I think I've seen in a while, honestly.
Good DI from Box there, but it looks like Hammerheart took that game with a pretty commanding lead.
Yeah, and I think this is what we're starting to see in terms of this separation, kind of the established top players saying, okay, party's over.
Gotta love that up smash, though.
Yeah, I really think Hammerheart could have killed him earlier if he had done the same up smash on the side platform. Doesn't have Box's style.
He's so good with those nair edge guards. He knows like the exact time when Kirby's vulnerable. Right at the peak of the up V between the two hits. There's a pretty big window there where Kirby just doesn't have anything really to protect himself.
The nair is quite laggy, so, Hammerheart, you'll see weaker Kirby sometimes throwing out nairs all over the place, and it's very easy to punish them.
Yeah, he's got a really good sense of timing on them. A lot of his nairs are strong hit nairs, which just goes to show how well he's picking his spots.
Yeah, exactly. Not easy at all.
And with the 3 points from that set, he moves back up to number 1 in the standings, overtaking Low.
Let's see. What do we have up next?
We do now have a chance for Low to reclaim the number 1 spot. So many movements in the standings from these sets we're taking looks at. So this is going to be Hotline up against Low. Warnwoo in game 2. And Warnwoo is up 1-0 in this set currently.
Yeah, the four of these guys, I guess, playing out all their matches, kind of doing their own little miniature round robin within the larger round robin. And here we're seeing a totally different matchup, Yoshi versus Pikachu, one that Hotline has definitely excelled at in the past, but of course, similar to Hammerheart, Low is on another level compared to the opposition that Hotline has faced so far.
I would definitely expect Low to have the matchup knowledge here as well. He's a well-practiced player who spent a lot of time online, so I'm sure he's fought a lot of Yoshi over the years.
I wonder if one would consider going Falcon. Not a bad matchup. And
Yeah, it's a good
obviously his
point.
Falcon, one of his strongest characters. But, maybe he's decided he wants to stick with all Pikachu. Or maybe, I believe all these sets were played roughly at the same time, so it's possible he just felt his Pikachu was kind of in better condition.
Yeah, or felt that it was, maybe less dangerous, because Falcon is always a little scary to play. Even though you can delete the opponent's stock so easily, you can also just lose yours just as quick. And Low putting on a show right now, but he does get up smash out of that forward up tilt, a little bit too greedy there.
Yeah, you give Yoshi a single frame.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. That up smash is so fast from Yoshi. It's so strong. It's one of the best get off me moves in this whole game.
How can Low find his way in? That's really the tricky part for Pikachu. He can oppress Yoshi in the neutral. Wow, look at the size of this combo. But Low just manages to up tilt him, and suddenly he's completely turned the situation around. Almost gets the kill. Hotline somehow managing to find the ledge.
And you see Low kind of just forcing Hotline to respond to the forward airs, which is definitely something you see a lot in this matchup when there's that sort of like stronger player, weaker player dynamic going on, where of course like Low is one of the front runners in this pool, and as you've been saying, there's a bit of separation where we kind of expect him to be doing pretty well against Hotline, and that sort of play in this matchup can be really difficult to get around. Just if your execution is a little bit tighter than Yoshi's, you're doing a little better.
He goes for the Josh Brody.
He goes for the Josh Brody. Yeah, not getting it.
Hotline, over 100%, really struggled to get off the ledge and just gets grabbed. Look at these up Bs. Low, really keeping himself safe, not looking to fight in a situation that...
oh, what a read from Low there.
Just faces him down with the up smash. He gets so much damage. Doesn't kill, but 71 damage when you're up 3 stocks. Really rough for Hotline.
Look at the ground movement too. He's positioning Pika so precisely to get that grab just outside of Yoshi's range. Really excellent use of Pikachu's dash dance from Low there to get that final grab.
Textbook play there from Low. He makes this matchup just look easy. We've seen Hotline defeat Pikachu after Pikachu in the play-ins.
That's the thing though, when you're as strong of a player as Low, it can be a matchup where you're just really able to suffocate the opponent a little bit. And wow, look at the punish game. Or maybe don't, because he did drop that punish.
There you go. He turns it around.
And he did take that game with the Josh Brody.
Alright, he does demonstrate he can land the Josh Brody.
Yeah, so Warnwoo taking that set, earning his 3 points, and putting himself back on top with a perfect record of 3 clean wins so far.
Well, the one match was a little less than clean.
That's true. He had that game 5 win
against Hammerheart.
Yeah, but he does manage to
seeing these two against Jaime.
He gets Box and Hotline out of the way and puts himself on top of things.
So Fray, this next game.
Yeah, so this next game is actually me playing. If you do look, I am in this pool as well. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to commentate my own gameplay, but
this is your second match you played, right?
That's right. So I qualified from the Group B in the October split. I finished first in that group, and so far in this pool, I played a set against K-Rule, which was a 3-0 for me.
This will be Frank's first match of the pool. Coming in from the Halloween play-in, playing Pikachu versus Ness. Fray up a game here.
Up 2 games.
2 games.
Yeah, this is game 3.
This is game 3. Game 3. Obviously, you have a fantastic punish game against Pikachu, which is pretty necessary since Pikachu's punish game on Ness is pretty trivial to do, but Frank kind of missing this edge guard twice now. It kind of looked like he was getting a little defensive. Maybe you're in his head.
A little bit unsure of how to deal with the Ness double jump movement around the edge. There is a lot of mix-ups you can do with that.
That's very true. Yeah, I've been got by that many times. Nice up there, though. Frank is going to need to put together some better edge guards. Getting himself an opportunity here.
Yeah, he caught a greedy dash attack,
hit by it.
A little bit too late to the party there on the edge guard attempt.
I love that down smash on the top platform.
It's a great call out, and Frank not able to react there with his up B. He could have maybe changed directions once he saw Ness going to the top platform, but...
Does that down air ever not kill? Like, it seems like no matter how high percent they are, he just runs off and gets the up B.
Yeah, what a great
No
way
matter how high they go, you can always find them with the up air.
There are
The amount of
times,
hits
but
though is insane.
it's pretty rare.
Shield break combo. What's going to be the punish? A lot of options here.
Oh, I just remembered that.
There. Oh, messes it up.
Yeah, he
Shield
got
break.
reverse hit.
Ooh, a weird nair. Kind of looking like a Pika-esque edge guard, actually. The combo and up B.
Yeah, you were just talking about
styling on him.
about how much hit stun the downer.
Yeah,
has.
insane. Insane amount of hit stun. Very just creating custom combos here. Never before seen. Counter into anything. Apparently is viable here. Right now, up 3 stocks to run, on the verge of putting Frank out. Frank finds a good up B angle, gets himself back on stage. See if he can take at least 1 more stock. Come on now. Come on, Frank. No! The downer taunts! The up B's out!
Went for the reach.
Too stylish.
I don't think I've ever done that in a real set before. I gotta do it someday, you know.
Yeah,
But Frank capitalizes, does take the stock out.
That's the thing with Ness, you know? No matter how good the situation is, you're only ever 1 grab away from actually losing this thing.
Yeah, but with like such a big stock lead, it's really easy to just play confidently and make those risks. And if they pay off enough, that's sort of how Ness finds his ins and takes out the games.
So great work, Fray. Congratulations on your 2nd win.
Yeah, thank you.
Seeing you play against some of those other players that we've seen today.
That was a very quick reaction to the no-tech at the end there. It's not something you think about while you're playing, but yeah, and there was a lot of those like platform traps in that set. That time Frank DI'd out of it, but just wasn't able to get away from the Ness. The raw speed and power.
Oh, this is a 2nd shield break. Ooh. Nice edge guard with the... Okay, I really like that one.
Yeah,
I
that
did
was
not
really
at all
clever.
expect him to just run off and take the up B. I wonder if it was on purpose. I'll say it was. The edge guards there. So it's kind of a mixed bag on his edge guards. Had some really clever ones, but there's some that
Yeah, I think
he wasn't prepared for.
Frank is probably not someone who has had a lot of practice against like high-level Ness players. So it did kind of feel like he maybe wasn't 100% sure how to approach the matchup there. Just like against a player of my caliber, I suppose.
Player of my caliber. Yeah.
Look, if I was talking about someone else, that's what I would say, alright? Because there aren't any like...
No, I think it's definitely deserved. It's pretty challenging to get practice against any other Ness that's going to
there
Basically,
aren't
you and
that
Rachel.
many. Yeah, and I mean, there's Chris on the West Coast, right? Like, but I don't know how often they play. I know Frank for sure is someone who's a lot more well versed in like the top tier matchups. So I wouldn't discount him out just because of that one set loss to an S. Like he could make some trouble for the high tier players in here.
Yeah, he's got his 1 S loss out of the way. He won't have to play that matchup anymore, I imagine. And excited to see what the rest of the tournament brings for all of these players. Some great games on display here.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to do it for today. So thanks everyone for joining in. Hope you enjoyed watching these matches, and make sure you stay tuned in because there's going to be a lot of sets coming up. we're going to keep playing and keep putting stuff out.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.